Oh my gosh, you guys. So no one's on here right now, but that's perfectly fine. It's going to take a little bit of time for people to find this. And if they don't find this, we'll just do a meditation anyway. So I'm going to text Jeff and say, I didn't do the pre-scheduled one. Hey, got people on here. How about that? Just created a live one. Okay. So there's that. And they got 3 people on here so far. So the 3 people who are on here so far, please say hello. I would love to hear from you. Tell me who you are. Hi, Marisa. How are you? It's good to see you as well. Oh my goodness. Hi, Gene. So guys, I apologize. I had some weird stuff happen with YouTube. I have no idea. It took me a long time to figure it out. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the light off just over there really quickly. This light will stay on because both of them are driving me crazy. Oh my goodness. Today, it's been a day, right? It's okay. All right. So, hi to Marisa. Hello to Jean. And apparently there's one more person you can say hello. Just hi, anybody. You can do it. I know. I have faith in you that you can just type hello on a keyboard and hit enter. Who was that third person? Anybody? Nope. Okay, that's all right. Well, you guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for being patient, like really, really patient. Take my glasses off. Actually, I'm going to turn this other light back on because I think that I need it. I did. Okay. All right. And, welcome to the Dharma Bum Temple. I see that there are 5 people on here now. So if you're not Marisa or Jean, please say hello. I'd love to know who you are. I'd love to understand. And thank you for your patience for showing up. There we go. And that's just one of the things that we kind of have to deal with sometimes, especially. Right. It was good practices. The way that's exactly what I was trying to say. Today's been a heck of a day. Not bad. It's just a lot of stuff happening. And, as an introverted person who doesn't like a lot of stuff happening, I had a lot of stuff happening. And so it's always an opportunity to practice and to slow down. But everything worked out. How it worked out, there's still things to do. And, I'm really happy to be here and have this opportunity to slow down and to practice and to connect with you lovely and wonderful people whom I care for and love so much. And, it's no problem. Well, thank you. My dryer is about to go off in just a second, so that's okay. If you hear a musical noise, it's just my dryer going off. I didn't turn it off. I was so busy trying to get this stream up, I totally forgot about it. Okay. My shirt says, "You are loved." It kind of says it backwards, but that's okay. So, it was about a year or so ago, probably a year and a half ago, that I got on Twitter. I had been on Twitter earlier in my life, but I didn't find it very interesting. I didn't get it. This 180, 280 character thing, which they had doubled, but still, I didn't understand. And what are these people for? And how do you connect with people? I don't really get it. And so about April of last year, I got on, and I don't know how I got connected to the professional wrestling crowd. Now, I've never been one for professional wrestling. I'm still not into it. Um, but I happened to see some people who are on there and be connected to some people. And one of them, and all these people are on the independent. They're not like the big WWE guys, like the super famous guys like The Rock and John Cena and all those super famous guys. These are like the independent guys, the guys who have to work at Home Depot in the day and then do their wrestling at night, or do some other job that's really flexible with their desire to build a following and a career in professional wrestling. And I came across this one guy, and he seemed like just a really nice guy. His wrestling name is Jackson Stone. And he started talking about suicide, death and suicide. And come to find out, his sister had died just a few months previously, and she died by suicide. And so he was really using Twitter as a means to get a lot of his feelings out there, and just and connect with people. And he started this nonprofit called "You Are Loved," the kind of got "You Are Loved" campaign, and he made it into a website, and he made it into he made some merchandise and T-shirts and some things, and to raise awareness uh, about suicide, and these wonderful, caring posts that he would write, and talking about his sister, and I was touched, because I just thought, I had this preconceived notion of professional wrestlers are just a bunch of meatheads, you know, and it's not true. He's very human, and he talks about this stuff a lot, and he's really open with his feelings, and he's really young. He's like what, 20, 28, 29, something like that. And talking about his sister, who he loved very much, and taking his pain and his grief and turning that into something positive. And it's like, that is so incredible. That is so incredible and amazing, and especially for someone his age to do something like that. And he's still a professional wrestler, and he lives in Texas. His real name is Aaron, but I don't think you're supposed to call him that. So he's not out there. He's not watching. He doesn't know this I exist, or this meditation class exists. But the "You Are Loved" campaign is such a wonderful thing, and so I bought couple of T-shirts and a couple of masks and things like that to support him. And I've been very encouraging to him on Twitter, and he just keeps on doing it. And it's slow to build a following, and it's slow to build something like that, especially in the wrestling community, because he's trying to be a wrestler, and he's doing this campaign as well. And it's something that just really touched my heart. And I got connected to other wrestlers too, who are kind of in the same boat with like some mental health issues, and talking about, they just love professional wrestling, and they love to do it. And sometimes they do it in front of two people. That's their matches, in front of two people. And they know that it's predetermined, it's not real, but there's still a lot of entertainment and a lot of athleticism that goes into it. And listening to these people talk, they just expose all this humanity to me, where I didn't think a whole lot existed. And so I've stayed in touch with them, and I try to support them whenever I can. So I was looking for a shirt to wear tonight, and I thought, I haven't worn this in a while, and I've seen his Jackson's post for a while. So I decided, well, I'll just wear this, and maybe I'll talk about this for a little bit today. So now we can go into a loving kindness meditation. Sometimes it's when we're in this really difficult situations, where life is really hard, and it's difficult, and it's beat us down, where it kind of forces us into this kind of surrender, and when we surrender, our heart just opens. All the roadblocks and all the armor that we wear just tends to fall away, and we start to our heart starts to get bigger. Our heart starts to get bigger and warmer, and we start to get kinder. And I just wish that it didn't necessarily have to take this, this horrible grief for us to do this. But that's the way it is sometimes, and that's okay. So let's get into our loving kindness meditation if we can. So, is there anyone here who is new? Anyone here who is new? Nope, I didn't think so. Okay, because we've got like 6 people on here, and usually only 2 or 3 say anything, and the other 2 or 3 are just kind of lurking in the background, going, "Oh, please don't call on me." It's okay. It's okay. You are loved. All right. I love you anyway, whether you say hi or not. So let's get into this wonderful loving kindness meditation. Let's get into our seated position. I'm going to adjust my seat as well. I'm going to get my handy dandy timer out. No, that's like, no, that is it. Okay. There we go. Hello, Ray. Let's begin. Now just allow your eyes to close, making sure that you have that position that's nice and comfortable for you, nice and sustainable, so you're not likely to move around too much. And when we sit like a Buddha. You can even imagine yourself underneath the Bodhi tree of enlightenment, or under your own tree of enlightenment. It could be whatever kind of tree you want. Maybe your tree is the eucalyptus tree of enlightenment. That's okay. The pine tree of enlightenment. It's all good. Just gently following the breath all the way in and all the way out. Not forcing the breath, letting the breath be quite easy and quite natural. So let's just get connected to the breath for the next 2 or 3 minutes so we can really get ourselves primed and ready for this lovely and wonderful and heart-opening practice of metta, of loving kindness, unconditional friendliness, and goodwill. And let's just get connected to the breath for the next couple of minutes. So, to begin our practice of loving kindness, let's think of a benefactor. And for those who might be new or newer, a benefactor is someone who has shown us great love and great kindness in the past, someone who's meant so much to us, someone it's really easy to have these feelings of loving kindness for. It's like there's no lifting, there's no real effort involved because of what they've meant to you in the past or what they mean to you now, today. And so think about this person, see them in your mind, and think about their wish to be happy, their wish to be safe, protected, free from danger, healthy. And just radiate loving kindness to them. And however you understand that word radiate, I like to picture a beam of loving kindness going from my heart to theirs. And this beam of loving kindness is, it's a little, some different colors, and it's vibrating, it's pulsing, it feels so good in my own heart. I want to give that to them. Shifting our focus just a little bit from thoughts of loving kindness and radiating loving kindness to our benefactor to now imagining our benefactor doing this practice for us. Still seeing this benefactor in your mind's eye, seeing them smiling and radiating loving kindness back to you. And however you want to imagine that is fine. Your only job here is to receive. Receive all these kind and loving thoughts. They wouldn't be a benefactor if they didn't mean so much to you. Receive these loving and kind thoughts from your benefactor. Recalling as you do so, recalling the ways in which they've meant so much to you. The way, remembering how they've helped you, how they were there for you, how they supported you, how they cared for you and loved you. And your only job here is just to receive all of their loving kindness into your own heart. Receive all of it. If there's any resistance, that's okay. Can you breathe into that? Just gently loosening it. Not judging the resistance in any way. The resistance is simply fear, and you need to be kind to fear. Just say it's okay. Keep on breathing and loosening and just receiving as much as possible this loving kindness for your benefactor. And then shifting our focus again to probably the most important part of this meditation, and that is having loving kindness for ourselves and doing this practice for us. Opening our own heart, loving ourselves, being with ourselves, and whatever we see, just loving that, loving whatever comes up, whether it's fear or joy or anger or impatience or whatever it is, just love that. If all you do in this meditation, in this part of the meditation, is just repeat the phrase, I love you, whispering that into your own heart, and just listening for your heart's response. or simply just say, may I be happy, or some phrase that's meaningful to you and that's doable for you. There's no need to struggle here. Or you can even just imagine your heart getting bigger and warmer. And throughout this practice, as much as you can, smile. Smile. And just love yourself as much as you can. And finally, we can explore this limitless quality of the heart by doing this practice for all beings in all directions, just going as far out as you can. And however far you can go is however far you can go. And it's okay. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe from inner and outer danger. May all beings be well in body and mind. May all beings be at peace and live at ease in this world. Just radiate as much as you can. It's in every direction. And just open your eyes when you're ready. And let's take the next 30 seconds out in silence as you stretch your arms and you stretch your legs, keeping that mindfulness of loving kindness about you. And then we will begin. If you haven't said hello, say hello. I'd love to hear from you. If you have a question, type it in the chat box. We'll go over it. One more big breath. Yeah. And when I said earlier at the beginning of this class that for me it's just been a day, and it has, but it's been a first world day, first of all, and I realize that. but still, it's been a day. And when, times happen where things get stressful, and it's been a day plus, and then I had all these technical difficulties, and I'm texting Jeff and Travis, and finally I just kind of figured it out. I just started a new stream that and just went live, and people found it, and they logged on, and everything just worked out. Took a little while, but that's okay. If there was anyone who really needed this meditation that we did just know, it was me. It was me. And the really interesting thing about this meditation was that when it we when it came time to doing loving kindness for ourselves, and so loving kindness for me, that was almost the only thing that I cared about, because that was the one thing where I got to connect with myself and all of my anxiety and impatience, and just meet all of that with so much love and so much kindness, and how natural it was for me to do that, and how easy it was for me to just to meet that moment and to meet that fear and say it's okay, and all that anxiety, and say it's going to be okay, and I love you. And and that's the wonderful thing about this practice, that it is a cumulative practice, that we talked a little bit about that last week, and why that's good to meditate every day, and develop these wonderful meditation habits, because when you do that, when it comes time to do this practice for yourself, which is normally so hard for us Westerners, it just becomes so easy and so natural. And I become so grateful. And I just want everyone to experience and feel what I feel. And that's why it's so easy, just to kind of give it out, to do loving kindness for others, because I feel it in my own heart. I feel it in my own heart, and what I feel, I want everyone to feel. what I experience, I want everyone to experience. And in times of anxiety, and I suffer from anxiety, and I take medication, for that, and that's okay. I talk about that a lot too. Um, you know, uh, um, through all of that, and I'm so grateful that I have this practice, because just taking medication alone would help to some degree. But I know that there are a lot of things I can do in every single moment, to make my life better, and to be more peaceful and more calm, and develop this kind and loving heart, and to really explore the limitless quality. When we explore the limitless quality of, when we're doing this for all beings in all directions, one of the wonderful things is to notice how far you can go, how far you can expand. Can you really do it for all beings in all directions? And can you feel that? If not, maybe you should pull it back a little bit and just do it for everybody in your house. And then, just going out, farther and farther and farther, and seeing, and testing yourself, and just experimenting. This is a wonderful experimental practice. And we constantly ask you to well, just give this a try, give that a try, give this technique a try, and that technique a try, and just figure out what's really going to work for you. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that, and how beneficial this practice is, and thank you all again for being here. And no one said hello. I'm looking at this. No one else said hello. No questions. That's okay. That's great to be here with you guys today. I'm wondering, is there, because a couple of weeks ago we did story time as well, and I know how much I love doing story time. And is there any particular story that you know about that you would like to hear, or one that you've heard me tell before and you'd like to hear again? Um, uh, if you can't think of anything right now, that's fine. Just go on Dharma Temple Facebook and let me know, let us know. There's going to be something on this, a link to this in the Dharma Temple Facebook. And if there's a story that you'd like to hear, I'm happy to tell it. They're all really relevant, and it would be my honor to do so. All right. So, can I tell who's here? I know. It's okay. Thank you, Marisa. Wonderful. How's everyone else doing? Say something. Hi. Marisa, the only one saying hi. However, how is everybody else doing? It's one of those days, isn't it? Is it one of those days for you, or is it just me? It's okay. That's why we have these classes. That's why community is so important. Well, this was certainly good for me. You don't have to say anything. I don't want to pressure you. If you don't have anything to say, you don't have anything to say, and that's all right. Kitty cat in your lap. I totally get that, Gene. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for saying something. I appreciate that. Well, it is time for a class. This is a short one today, and that's okay. Oh my God, you guys, thank you so much for being here. You made my day so much brighter and so much more wonderful. It's wonderful to be here with you. It's wonderful to do this class. I look forward to doing it next week. I will see you then. In the meantime, be as loving and kind as you can. Let's join our palms together at our hearts, please. And may the benefits of this meditation, this discussion, be received by all beings in all directions. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be joyful and at ease. May all beings be happy. May all beings be loved and seen for the beautiful, radiant beings that they are, that you are. Thank you for coming. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. I love you all. Until then, bye now.